I'm about to upgrade the Samsung X5 drive. It has a 1 terabyte M.2 within it. I'm going to swap that out and put a 2 terabyte in there. The first thing you need to do, though, is of course get this open. When you're looking at this, it's not obvious how you open it, but there's actually 3 screws that you can get to from the outside in order to get this thing open. The first 2 screws are not visible because they're inside of this plastic clip, and so you need to get this off. Now, it's probably dangerous, not recommending you do this, but start off by using your razor blade to get under there. And once I got the razor blade under there enough, then that's when I could use this other tool to remove this. You can see it's held in place with 2 clips, but there's also glue that's underneath. And you can now see there's the 2 screws that are on the back of it. So the first thing you do is remove that clip and then remove those 2 screws. The location of the 3rd screw might not be obvious at first, but it's under this sticker. And so you can see where I've started to peel up the sticker, and so you see, and there's the 3rd screw. And it's a long one, so you will not get it confused with the other ones at all. So with that out of the way, here we go. So once again, we have more screws. And each one of these, every time I get to a layer of screws, they always seem to be unique. So let's take out these 4 screws. And you can see the underside of the screw that's holding the M.2 drive in place on the far right side there. Okay, so now we can take out the drive and the circuit board. So the drive itself is held in place with 2 things. First, there's this 1 screw at the top that you're used to with M.2 drives. But the other thing that's holding it in place is, if you look, you can see there is the, what do you call it? The thermal pad. So I'm gonna have to kind of sort of peel this up. Yeah, adhesive on the thermal pad. Here we go. Now it's releasing. So there we go. I've got the 1 terabyte drive out, and now I can upgrade this thing. Now this is only going to be a slight upgrade. The next drive that I'm putting in here is going to be a 2 terabyte. So we're just going from 1 terabyte to 2 terabytes. 4 terabytes is still kind of pricey, so I'm not going to be doing that one just yet. Putting this back together, as you might expect, is a reverse of how it was taken apart. So first, let me get this screw secured in place. Okay, USB is on that end. So now, in reinstalling this, to get the USB lined up, and then I set it down, so it's making contact with everything. And now we put the 5 screws back in place that were holding the circuit board down. Okay, all those are back in place. Now we can put this back in, the bottom part back in place. And it's up to you whether or not you want to put these stickers back in place. I'm going to go ahead and do it, because why not? And then again, maybe not, because I did a bad job pulling that up. So I've got the screws in the back seated. I just need to actually tighten them. And so then I can put the clip back in place. Take note of what side has the hole on it, because that needs to line up with the hole on the back of the drive. Press it in place, and now the drive is reassembled.